Hi there, my name's Damien. I'm one of the co-founders here at POPcomms, and I'm going to talk to you about touchscreens and why they're so great at events. First and foremost, I think, as you can see, this is the 55-inch screen. They're great at attracting people onto the stand, particularly at busy trade shows, piquing their interest, bringing them on. But of course, once you've got them on your stand and they're starting to engage with an experience, you then want to ensure that they engage with the content, they're interested, and that you make it really easy for them to find the content and information they need. So we're just going to run through some of the features that help you do that. But I think first and foremost, it's about interactive storytelling, creating an experience that is visually engaging and inviting, but also very intuitive, in the sense that it helps them to very quickly make sense of how to find information, who you are, what exactly you do, how you fit into their world. That's really key. In order to do that, there are quite a few features that you can incorporate into a touchscreen to help with that visual storytelling. So first up, let's look at incorporating 3D models into an experience. As we know, bringing physical products to a trade show is not always possible. So if you have 3D models, then you can put them into your experience. You can attach hotspots to them so people can dive in and explore those models, find out more about them. In addition to that, maybe if you don't have 3D models, but you can certainly use product shots, again, static product image, and you can place hotspots around that image so people can explore from a high level or click in to explore in further detail. So it's this idea of making it very flexible for the attendee to find the information that they want. Another variation on that might be something like a sort of a factory tour. Again, where you have the factory or a complex process and people can dive in and explore information and learn more about the space. And in a similar vein, you could also use interactive video. So again, we have the video of the processes and people can kind of click in and explore and find out more about what's going on. Something else that's very important with touchscreens is around personalization. In fact, any kind of interactive experience. What's really key is being able to allow people to find and explore the content that is relevant to them. So rather than presenting a generic experience, for instance, here we have a cityscape with various sectors highlighted. Somebody can then sort of self-serve and click into the areas that are most relevant to them. So in this case, it's sectors, but this could be job roles or actually specific challenges that they have. So again, this enables them to filter and go into content that resonates with them. Other ideas, for instance, are sort of around dynamic content. So here we have a load of options for different areas that someone can go into. And then with simple filtering, somebody can select what's of most interest to them. And you can see just in a couple of taps, they can filter content and then dive down into that information. Another nice feature is to be able to allow people to tag content, add it to a cart so they can email it to themselves directly from the experience. This is also really useful for lead capture. So as an example, maybe you have an area with PDFs, brochures, technical information. So here we've got some live PDFs within the experience. If that's something that they wanted to take away with them, they can add it to a basket. Then when they go to the basket, they're ready to leave, they can enter in their details, hit send, and then that will go straight to their mobile phone. And in fact, if we have a look on my email, here are the assets. So there we go. Those have been sent directly to my mobile. So the beauty of that is you also get a record of the person, their contact details, and what they're interested in. Similarly, you might want to allow them to be able to, maybe book a meeting during an event or post-event. So you could include forms within your experience. They can fill in their details, hit confirm, that's all booked in, and you've obviously got a record of their details. Something else that's really nice to be able to do and sort of quite unique to our system is if you put a QR code in to the experience, they could then scan that on their mobile or tablet, and then they would have access to this very same experience. So post-event, or if they walk away, they can still continue to explore your experience, products and solutions in their own term. So that's really good for self-serve. Now, sitting behind all of these experiences is the POPcomms platform, which actually helps you to rapidly build, create, and manage these kinds of experiences. So we'll dive into that now. So sitting behind these touchscreen experiences, as I said, is the POPcomms platform, which is a web-based, no-code platform for being able to rapidly create these kinds of experiences. This is the experience that I've just been sharing with you. As you can see, it's just accessed through a browser. But what's unique about our system is that you can actually install that to the local machine that's running the experience, and then it can work offline, which is great at trade shows where the internet is very sporadic or very expensive. So you don't need to worry about that, and all the functionality still works. So here's the platform in the back end. These are the different experiences that we have, and a couple of sort of features to note. So you can create an unlimited number of experiences. This is the demo that I just showed you, but maybe you're running multiple events and you want to run it at a different event, but with slightly different content. So you can just come in here, click duplicate, and there you go. Within a couple of seconds, we've created a copy of that experience. You can then go in and modify the content. We have a theming option in the platform. So this is where you can add all your branding for your business, from the colors, the fonts, the styling of the buttons, the cards, and everything. So that really ensures that you can create a consistent theme and ensure that your brand is portrayed in the best light. We have a content management system. So this is where you would upload all your images, PDFs, videos, 3D models, so that you can store them here. The great thing about this is that if you make a change to one of the images, for instance, you upload the new image. As soon as that's saved, that will then be updated in every experience. So in terms of having a single source of truth across all of your experiences, this is the way to do it. So you never need to worry whether someone is looking at the correct content. Quite importantly, we also have analytics in the back end. So every single interaction, every single touch on the screen, every single download, we track. So after an event, you can see exactly what pages were of interest to people, which assets, such as videos or PDFs, they were looking at. Why that's really important is that post-event, you can then concentrate your efforts on that content that resonated most with customers. So as I said, one of the key features is being able to make rapid updates to an experience. So I'm going to go into one of those pages that you've seen on the front end. As you can see, this is the carousel, which you can see here. So maybe what I want to do is update some information on this product. Maybe there's a new feature that's being released. So I'm going to go to that page. There's the product. I'm now going to add another hotspot. So let me go here. I'm going to add another hotspot. There it is. I can go in, I can update the content, say new product feature. I could also potentially link that to a video or a PDF or some deeper content. Then when I'm happy, I just save that page. So that's now saving. And if I go to the front end experience, so maybe this is at an event, they just need to refresh it in the browser, which will take a second. And as you can see, the new hotspot has now appeared on the front end. So you're actually able to change absolutely everything within an experience. So that's how quickly you can update content. But of course, it's not just about the software, it's also about the hardware. Our platform is device and OS agnostic. So in other words, it will work on any screen size using any computer because it just runs through the browser. So some examples here, you can see this is it running on a multi-screen video wall, interactive video wall. You could have it on a lectern, which is then mirrored onto a video wall. You can also have it, as you see in here, so this is a lectern style, so this screen would then be at an angle. There's plenty of options, interactive tables, of course tablets as well, and down to mobile, as I've shown you. So you have lots of options in terms of how you want to physically display the screens and the type of screens that you use. So there's lots of options in terms of the hardware, and then at POPcomms, as well as obviously providing the platform on which to build these experiences, we also work with customers on the idea, how they want to portray themselves at a trade show, through to the creative side, how to tell the story around the business. And then we can also work with customers on building their experiences, training them then on how to keep them updated, create new ones. As you've seen, it's very intuitive. And then of course, ongoing support. So if you've got any questions about touchscreens and how they might work for you in your event, just reach out. We'd love to talk to you. Thanks.